Thank you, guys. A fantastic evening here for some soccer, and we have some big news here for the Syracuse Pulse. Caleb Jackson has been a major factor for this team for the entirety of the regular season, and now in this game and for the following 3 games to come up, Caleb Jackson will not be a participant as of mandate from the league. Definitely going to be a factor. The Pulse have been able to defeat Flower City in their past 2 matchups against each other. Now, without his efforts, definitely going to be a different look for the Pulse. Guys? Thank you, guys. Sean Russell, once again, if you talk about factors on this team, Sean Russell is definitely one of them. And I think he's doing his best Phillip impression on the field because he talked about being one of the fastest players on this team. I think he would be one of the most talkative players on this team, almost doing a play-by-play call himself, directing his team, giving the action as he wants to see fit as the play progresses. A few minutes back, he was able to communicate to his teammates exactly where he wants that ball to be at the exact right moment and be able to drive downfield. Let's see if it works out for them moving forward. Guys?
That's high praise from Jayden. Appreciate it.
Here with head coach Peter Fuller. Coach, team up 1-0. How do you feel your team has performed here in the first half?
I thought we started very well.
Coach, you mentioned being up 1-0. It might sound like a simple question, but being up 1-0, does an attitude change for the team now up a goal going into the half?
Well, it's actually a great question because it's been a long time since we've been ahead.
Here on the pitch with head coach Peter Fuller. Big smiles on your face because of a big victory. First time in a long time, but a big victory indeed, Coach. Any emotions? Coach, how do you take this energy and now move this to the future for this ball club moving forward? Jayden Becker here with head coach Dan Raymond. Coach, going back to the Liberty League Championships. What a great feeling it is. And, Coach, where is this team's mindset now heading into tomorrow's game? Coach, championships are for champions, and you, sir, are a champion. How does it feel to be back on top of the Liberty League? Coach, a big game tomorrow for the Bombers against Vassar. It might determine some stuff for the Liberty League moving forward. Hosting, not hosting, where you're going to play, home or away. Is that running through your mind at the moment?
Oh, no, not at all. Absolutely it is. You know,
Coach, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. What do you love most about coaching this team? Thank you, Jackson. Both Coach Swansham and Coach DeWall are acting offensive coordinators for their respective teams, and both showed a similar pattern, adding some extra flair to their offensive schemes. Swansham with a few wildcat formations, pitch and throws, and wild 2-point conversions and end-arounds. Coach DeWall did the same last week, and in an interview with the Hobart Football Podcast, DeWall said, quote, "The back pockets are always full." Coach DeWall also said that more razzle can come with the dazzle as their offense matures. We saw just right there with the Bombers offense, more razzle-dazzle going on as Wingfield goes and scampers in for the score. Jackson, back to you. Thank you, Jackson. Highly appreciated. And the explosion of cheers on the sideline for this Ithaca team after the fumble recovery. It's something like as if it was building up inside of them throughout this whole entirety of this game. Finally able to erupt and cheer in this third quarter. The Bombers now able to score off of that drive. And a little surprised that they didn't go for it on 4th down there. The Bombers have been absolutely fantastic on 4th down throughout the entirety of the season. 81% of the time they convert on 4th down. And it's something that Swanson has been doing throughout most of this season. You know, he's been splitting his 8s and he's been doubling down on his 11s and honestly going for it on the book, if you will, saying that, you know, I'm really going to bet on the odds of this offense on this 4th down. A little surprising that he hasn't been going for it so often here in this game. Thank you, John. There are plenty of storylines coming into this game, almost too many to choose from that make the Bombers look like an underdog coming into this one. One of the biggest is Ithaca College hasn't beaten RPI since 2001. We heard it time and time again. The top movie in the box office at that time was Harry Potter's and the Sorcerer's Stone. The #1 song on the Billboard's Top 40 was Mary J. Blige's Family Affair. Needless to say, Ithaca is looking to change that with a win today. Not going to be easy given the Engineers haven't lost a game at home since 2018. RPI is coming off a bye week, but since 2016, the Engineers have lost 3 out of their last 4 games coming out of the bye. Usually the bye week being something that rejuvenates a team, something that may scare the Engineers here on Halloween weekend. John? You look at Andrew Vito, and he's really had himself a fantastic season and career with the Bombers. Against RPI, he broke Will Gladney's record for most career receptions as a Bomber, and now is competing in his final Cortica Jug in his grad year. Vito has made himself known in Cortica Jug games, including arguably the most important game in the college football history as Cortica was brought to MetLife Stadium in 2019. Vito hauled in 12 receptions for 124 yards. In an interview with TV on the Net, Andrew Vito described how he didn't know about the rivalry game until his first day at practice, his first year, where he then was wearing red gloves. He shed those colors pretty quickly, if I do say so myself, and Vito has now become one of the premier receivers in program history. Thank you, Jackson. And we are in what some may call garbage time. And just because it is garbage time doesn't mean that things go by the wayside. But I want to talk about something that is important, near and dear to my heart, because today might be an eventful day for myself, because I'm about to try a garbage plate for the first time. And a garbage plate is an example of American extreme cuisine as it's defined. It was born in Rochester, New York at Nick Tahoe's Hots, a landmark restaurant famous for its classic regional. A specialty being the garbage plate. The earliest version goes all the way back to 1918 when it was called Hots and Potatoes. It was basically a plate piled high with fried potatoes, baked beans, hot dogs, onions, mustards, and chili-like meat sauce. Rochester, of course, being a college town, and as me and Jackson talked prior to the game, there's maybe 7 colleges in a 10-mile radius through here, through Rochester. So obviously, going to need some late-night snacks, and why not a garbage plate? So I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, and I think garbage time is a good time to talk about garbage plates. So, guys, back to you.